right, we got a fun one today. We're actually out at a cell phone tower site. These guys are tearing out this tower doing a decommission. But they backed a trailer in here yesterday and hit this old spool, this old rotten spool. Somebody left here a long time ago, buried up in the weeds, and the bees have built on the inside of it. I can't imagine it's a very big hive just based on the side of the spool, but we're gonna get the vac going and get this tore out of here and see what we find. So we got the weeds pulled off of it a little better. The spool's a little bit bigger than I thought, but still not huge. And you can see it's just terribly rotted out and broken. So my father-in-law says he's getting sick for some reason. He got stung once and it's not even bothered, I guess. So I'm gonna just start ripping this thing apart and vacuuming bees as fast as I can so we can get this cleaned up. Don't know how much video I'm gonna get for you guys just because I'm gonna work fast. But anyway, I figured I'd show you what I can while I think of it. So we've got them running now, cleaned up. There's where the spool was. It came apart in pieces, and you know, there's an interesting lesson here because I've made this mistake before to say, oh, if it's something I can just tear apart, that's going to be cheaper, you know, and easier to do. And it actually can be harder because when it comes apart in pieces, it makes it really difficult to work with. But I got it all tore apart and cleaned up. Caught the queen. She's a nice little thing. Got her in the box in a cage, so you can see we got a good march going on them now. We've got the vac running just to keep cool the ones that we did suck up. I don't think I vacuumed up really all that many. They're a little flighty. They put a couple stingers in my gloves, but nothing like deadly aggressive. I think the only issue was yesterday these guys backed in here and they hit that spool with a trailer because they didn't know it was there in the weeds. So they kind of mashed that spool, which rightly so would have pissed the bees off. So we got them marching into the box now. We're going to clean up everything that we possibly can. We're obviously going to leave a few stragglers because it's midday. But we're going to pack up and clean up and catch as many of them as we can, and then we're going to head out of here and be done. She's the slightly bigger one running around in there. On the left, now at the bottom left, up at the top, big black dot, longer thorax.
Still got one bothering you?
That sting in my back still hurts. All right, we're done with this one. We got it cleaned up the best we can. I think my father-in-law spraying me with soapy water. There's still a lot of them crawling around in the weeds and the grass, and unfortunately we just can't get them all because they're flying around so much and moving. But we caught the queen. I ran a good bit of them into the box, and we got some in the vacuum. We're gonna get them home. The combs were already messed up because they backed over the spool yesterday, and the beetles were already starting to slime things. So we're gonna get them home, get them set up like a swarm on fresh combs, and hopefully they'll get a chance to rebuild. That's our goal anyway. We'll get them fed and get them set up. They're really not all that bad of bees. They're a little feisty, rightly so, with their home being smashed up. So we'll just have to see how they respond. Once we get them established in the hive and get them comfortable, then we'll have to check in on them again and see just how aggressive we think they really are. But anyway, for now, we're just gonna spray this area down with repellent and kind of run them off, and we're done. Well, here's our final setup. We just got them home, and actually, I set them all up with just a little bit of smoke and no suit. The actually only ones that are really bothering me now is the ones that just came out of the vac box. They're buzzing me quite a bit. I think they're just annoyed that they were in the vac box. But the ones that were in the actual box with the queen seemed pretty chill, pretty happy. So I moved the queen over to a release cage now that I finally have some of those. And that box that's standing up on top was the one that I was using. I had it with the empty frames for doing a cutout. But like I said, their combs on the job were already all messy from beetles. So I'm going to trash all that, or I'm going to open feed it and then melt it down. So they're going to be starting over like a swarm. I've got them set up here. Like I said, I got them set up with no stings, just kind of buzzing me. They're kind of trying to show off, I guess. But like I said, I didn't get an indication. Doing the removal, they really weren't that aggressive. They were just aggravated, and rightly so, from having a trailer back over their hive the day before. So we got them set up now. We'll let them vacate the vac box and then come out here this evening, take all that away, and hopefully got another job to do tomorrow.